Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Midnight Shadow, and today I want to talk about the recent event that happened between me and my ex's parents, which thus leads up into why there won't be any more shadow hours. But I think the two people that really did help me with the shadow hour, that really helped me accumulate 100 subscribers and had really helped me get to where I need to be. And they are two little kids, right? And basically, I want to state that I do thank them. I do thank the both of them heavily, honestly, because they were the only ones who really helped me reach my 100 subscription. So now there's another thing I want to talk about, and if you don't know who they are, I'm going to link both their channels in this video, and sadly, I will not be recording with them anymore. And here's the reason why. So, I was currently in the... oh god. I was currently in the motion of moving out of my ex's parents' house to move here, exactly, just in this house that we have right here. And thus my room is up on the second floor. So I'm basically renting a room while working, while saving up money, while trying to get a bunch of different things together still. Plus, I have a PlayStation, which, if you guys haven't already seen that, I've been uploading The Last of Us Part 2. I'm still working on the edits for the last 7 videos. And I've also been doing other recordings of other videos, and if you want, you can go to my live streaming channel, which is the same name, except DaveeMoo-Sky space streams. And right now, I streamed about an hour of Destiny 2, which is the beginning parts of the game. Other than that, I haven't really done any other live streams. I also did a video of Get Even, 2 videos, or I just uploaded recently today, 1 video of Resident Evil Umbrella Corps, and 1 video of Little Nightmares. That should be up on my channel right now. You can go watch that. Yeah. So let's sit down and talk for a moment. So, a recent event happened between both me and my ex's parents, and thus the mother had called me one day when I was getting off of work, and I was sitting down to use the utility, or the toilet, or the laboratory, however you want to call it. And I get this call, and I pick up, and I'm like, hello, you asked me to call you, in which she basically explained to me that I wanted to apparently give, like, not give, but exploit my ex's ex-best friend via currency to get explicit services, which was something that I didn't ask for. That's something I didn't ask for in at all any reason for, because I don't work like that. I don't give money to people so that I could just have sex with them. That's not how I do things. That's not how I want to do things, and I would never exploit anyone with whatever amount of currency to give them to have them do explicit services for me. But because of that call, I was sitting there and trying to explain to the mother that, that's not true, that's not what happened, that's not, like, that's not what happened, that didn't even happen at all. So, basically, I'm sitting here today to explain to y'all that I will not be talking to those people anymore. I will not be recording with their children anymore. Shadow hours are completely done. I will be streaming on my own, and because of this issue, it does upset me because me and their children had a whole thing going where we would play Minecraft, or we would play Fortnite, or we would do just anything that would cooperate with the Shadow Hour, which was either hour-long streams to maybe 10 or 40-minute videos. And now because of this, that has to come to an end, because I do not want issues with these people. I don't want anything happening to them. I don't want anything happening to me. So to state that, calling me a liar when I try to sit there and explain to you that that's not what I did, and either my account on my Snapchat got hacked to the point where those messages could have been sent, or somebody made a copycat account, which is not something that's new, technically. People like to copy the identity of another person, which I'm not saying like, oh, you know, that's identity theft, but they like to copy and impersonate another human being to get what they want, or to put blame on another person. And basically, when I was trying to explain that to the mother, she wasn't having it, because she's obviously I'm not gonna say what she is. It's nothing bad, but she does like to drink, and she does like to smoke weed. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's medical, it's medicinal. There's nothing to, you know, call the cops on. Like, I wouldn't even call the cops anyway, because that wouldn't be worth my time, you know. I mind my business, they mind their business. But to have to sit there and embarrass myself while, you know, being on the toilet, and, you know, not coming off of a day of hard work, or coming off of a long day between the hours of 10 to 10:30 or 10 to 9 o'clock, when we had this whole COVID-19 going on, and we were still in the red, and then we went from yellow to green. But it's very awe-stopping, it's very jaw-dropping, because I feel offended, because technically, yes, the husband did help me move my items here into this place. As you can see, the refrigerator's behind me. I'm here now. Nobody else is here. I'm by myself. But on occasions, though, the homeowners will come here and, I guess, spend a night and then vamoose again. Or they'll leave to New York, but whatever they do with their time is not my business. You know, my business is paying my rent and whatnot. But I do thank the husband for helping me move my stuff into here, into this place, getting the keys, you know, helping me save up my money so I can get here. And I do appreciate all that. But when I had my boss's car, I went to go see my ex's ex-best friend, to hang out with them, to talk to them. And to be honest, I didn't talk about any offering of money to condone any explicit or sexual services. To be honest with y'all, that's not what happened. I went over there, I hung out, you know, I bought her an energy drink, I brought myself an energy drink, we sat there, we talked for a bit, I showed her a bunch of like different music videos, because she liked the Game Grumps, and her specific favorite person was Danny Avidan. And I showed her that, you know, oh, hey, you know, he did these music videos called Magnum Bullet and Starlight Brigade. And another one, I think, was called The Last Unicorn or something around there. But after I had left, and days later, coming to that day, or no, days later after that day, I got that call stating that I had texted my ex's ex-best friend, stating that I would give $150 in cash to give me explicit or sexual services, which isn't true at all. None of that is honestly true. So instead of saying, you know, oh, hey, you're lying to me, I'm not lying to you, because that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all, technically. And with that sitting there and just being on my mind, I had to make this video because that's been on my mind since that day. So I'm not lying to y'all. I wouldn't be lying at all because that's not something I do. But I just wanted to state that, you know, and all because of that, I had to remove my account from that PlayStation over in my ex's parents' house from my ex's siblings so that they couldn't, you know, gain access to my account or change things up on my account. It's for my safety and my privacy. So regardless if it upsets somebody, that's not my problem. That is what you brought upon yourselves. And I'm not going to sit here sound threatening and, ooh, I'm scary, da-da-da. No. Whatever money was spent on that account was mostly of my money buying games that I did not need to buy. Games that I provided for those children to play that barely even got played. And it's kind of upsetting because those games were, you know, usually $30 to $50 to almost brand new price. And that makes me upset because now I have to go through my account to refund all those games that I bought for those kids. And, you know, it's not fair to me. I know it's not going to be fair to them. As soon as this video comes out and they're going to watch it and they're probably going to play it and they're probably going to show it to their parents and their parents are going to be like, wow, that, you know, he's an asshole. And I'm like, no, I'm not being an asshole. I thank you guys for letting me stay for a good amount of months while I saved money while I was trying to find my own place. And, you know, that's it. That's there, done, dandy, whatever. I thank the husband for helping me move items here into this household and helping me get things upstairs into my room so I can get my room collected and I could come here, you know, the day after. And, you know, I'm just gonna sit here and wipe my hands, you know, wash my hands clean of the situation, brush off the dust from my shoulders and, you know, move on. Because that's what goes on with that family isn't really my problem anymore. That's not my issue anymore. Their daughter fucked me over, yes. But to also sit there and state that, you know, I remind you of what's going on with you and your daughter, that's pretty fucked up. And I'm not going to lie, that's pretty fucked up to say to my face. Because what happened between you and your daughter is not my issue. What happened between you and Callie, not my issue. When you look at me, that shouldn't have to remind you of anything, because that's fucked up. But I'm not going to sit here and argue with you and sit here and be like, oh, you don't treat me like shit, okay? Don't treat me like shit. Don't call me a liar. Because for one, I'm not a liar. Two, I don't care if you say things straight up. I don't care if you say things, you know, as is. But I will say things as well as is as well. And I know I can't be in front of your face to say these things in front of you because just like your daughter, it's not worth my time to sit here and argue with you because it's not going to get anywhere. It's not going to do anything. And that's what reminded me of being around the mother. And I'm not going to talk shit because, you know, that's not fair to her. Because these people did do a lot for me, and I do thank them, but there was a lot said that I did not appreciate. Like, having the constant reminder, oh, we have to use our money to buy food, when I barely even ate anything in the house. And when you constantly said that to me, it made me not want to eat anything at all. It made me want to just, you know, spend the money I was trying to save to just get food for myself. And when you sit there and you say, oh, well, you know, we want our house back, this and that, you know, that's even more fucked up. And I get it. I get it that you guys want your house back, but there's, in that time, you shouldn't, like, I get it, it was a rush, you know, we were still in COVID, COVID was clearing up, and, you know, you guys want to do shit for the summer, but, like, don't sit there and be like, oh, da-da-da, nothing's being done, you know, you don't have proof, like, don't treat me like your fucking daughter. I'm not your fucking daughter. Alright? Your daughter fucked me over. And to be honest, she owes me a lot of money that I haven't put down on either of you. on either both Jay or Selena. Both of you. So be happy I haven't done any of that. Because, to be honest, I do deserve some compensation for what was taken from me via your fucking daughter. And yet here I am, not getting mad at the factor of that, but being thankful that you guys did help me. Thankful that you guys did let me in your house and a place to sleep, a place to shower and keep myself clean, a place to wash my clothes, a place to store my food, a place to pretty much feel safe for a while, but feeling like I'm uncomfortable, which is something I couldn't express to you guys because I felt uncomfortable about it. And you guys always wonder why I was downstairs, because I felt uncomfortable being around you guys. I didn't have an issue with Jay. I didn't have an issue with you, Selena. But just every time I was around you, it was always Callie this or Callie that. Callie's fucked up. She left her children. Oh, she left you. Oh, she's not a good mother. Oh, she's not this. She's not that. She's not this. She's not that. Like, that's not my problem. Okay? I cared about those kids too, but there was nothing I could do about it. That's between both the mother and the biological father. So don't be sitting there saying, oh, you know, every time I look at you, it reminds me of the issues of my daughter. No, don't be saying that. Because one, I did nothing wrong. Two, obviously you need to move on from what your daughter has done to you and process that, hey, that's fucked up, but Callie's not going to change. She's always going to be a cunt. So get that underway. But don't blame me and don't act like, oh, you know, I'm your daughter, because I'm nothing like your daughter. I work my ass off. I save my money. You know, I do what I have to do, you know. I, technically, in a standard, I'm more mature than your daughter. I can handle and stabilize my life more than your daughter can. Even if I did have a family, I wouldn't abandon my children like that cunt did. So to clarify everything that's coming up now, it's pretty fucked up, alright? You people didn't need to treat me like that while living in your household. I thank you. I thanked you guys. I helped you guys. You know, I did little things here and there in that household. You know, I tried to help out as best as I can to, you know, at least prolong or extend my stay there while I was trying to save up money and looking for a place at the same time. And every day I just wanted to be downstairs. I didn't want to interact. I didn't want to be around that, because with, exactly as I said, being told that, oh, you remind me of my daughter. Oh, you remind me of this. Oh, you remind me of that. Issues. Like, that's not something you bring up to a person who, you know, has apathy towards it. And when you ask me if I cared about, you know, what your daughter did to me and how I'm not acting incredibly mad at it, it's because I kind of expected something like this to happen. So before you sit here and you continue to go on and call me a liar, why don't you check your fucking facts? Because one, I never offered anybody money for explicit or sexual services. Two, Shadow Hour is ending. I don't care who says what. Shadow Hour is completely done. I will do Minecraft on my own part. Account information has been removed. That PlayStation is no longer active for those games to be played. And I will be refunding half of those games, regardless if it goes back to Jay, to his credit card or debit card, and the money that I've spent to get them games on my account will be coming back to my debit card. So regardless if you guys see this, know that I'm terribly sorry, but because of your parents' actions and things that were said to me, I no longer want to be a part of your guys' lives. You know, being around your mother has reminded me a lot of being around Callie. And right now, that's emotional stress that I do not need. I do not need that at all. So I'm sorry for breaking up this whole group that we had started. I'm sorry that Shadow Hour has to end. I'm sorry that everything such as the Shadow Crew Gaming was never going to happen anyway. That was never going to be a thing that was going to happen. So, I will stay subbed to your channel, but I'm not going to watch your videos. I'm going to turn off notifications for your channel so that I don't have to worry about, you know, every time a video you produce is going to come out. And I don't care if you unsubscribe from my channel or you turn off notifications for me. That's not going to bother me. That's not going to, you know, hinder me at all in the slightest, because I will still do YouTube regardless. So, however you guys take this is much more me less stating that, you know, I feel attacked by being called a liar. I feel uncomfortable with the factor of that, and I did what I needed to do to completely unbind myself from you guys. So, I will no longer be in contact with y'all. I will no longer contact your son or play video games with your children. You brought this upon yourself. You pretty much lost someone who you quote unquote said I was a part of the family of, which, you know, I absolutely feel like that was a fucking lie. But yeah, whatever you do with this information, that's completely up to you. But this is, you know, a goodbye. It's not a fuck you. It's definitely a goodbye. You won't be hearing from me anymore, and I will be blocking numbers. So, once again, I'm sorry for whatever happened in the past, but you need to let that shit go. You need to stop calling me a liar, and you need to stop saying that, you know, I remind you of what happened in the past. Because what happened between you and your daughter is what happened between you and your daughter. I have nothing to do with that because I am not like your daughter. I am nothing compared to your daughter. Your daughter is a fucking cunt. So, spick spam, washing my hands of this situation, brushing the dust off my shoulders. It's a new fucking day. So, I'm gonna move on. As should you guys. So, whatever you do, I don't care. But don't call me, don't text me. If and so that does happen, I will press charges for harassment. You've been warned. You have been warned. So, I'm gonna let this go, and I'm going to upload this video. So, goodbye, guys.